These are 10 things Cristiano Ronaldo owns that are worth more than most people's lives. And we'll start with an $800,000 buy that literally broke a world record. During his Juventus era, Ronaldo signed a career-defining $117 million contract. So of course, he had to celebrate with something outrageous. That's when he went to his jeweler and grabbed the priciest Rolex ever made. A $500,000 GMT Master Ice, dripping in baguette and honeycomb diamonds. Compared to that, even his diamond wedding ring looks like a toy. But here's the thing, $800K is actually one of the cheapest flexes in this list. Because Ronaldo also owns something so valuable, it demands 24/7 guards and belongs in a museum. In 2017, while Ronaldo was cruising toward back-to-back Ballon d'Ors, designer Daniel wanted to mark the moment. Knowing Ronaldo had just opened his CR7 museum, he built him a one-of-one masterpiece, custom CR7 Nike cleats. And because this is Ronaldo, they weren't just stylish, they were literally iced out. The only other players who've ever had diamonds on their sneakers? LeBron James and Dwyane Wade. And even though their pairs cost $4 million, they don't compare to Ronaldo's. That's why the price of his cleats has never been revealed. Some things are just too rare. And rarity is exactly what defines Ronaldo. Because he's the only athlete alive who spends millions just to save his fans. Right after winning his third Ballon d'Or, what should have been pure joy was darkened by some tragic news. One of his biggest supporters was battling a rare brain disease. Without hesitation, Ronaldo wired the family $100,000 for surgery. That money saved the boy's life. And once fans learned about it, more stories came out. Ronaldo had quietly been helping children across the globe. Later, he even auctioned all 5 of his Ballon d'Ors, with each going for about $700,000, donating the proceeds to Make-A-Wish. Adding up the operations and the trophies, Ronaldo's given away at least $3.5 million just to help kids survive. But those acts of generosity barely scratch the surface of his spending. Because before we dive into his jaw-dropping luxuries, let's talk about the woman who cost him $4 million. With weekly earnings of $500,000 even after taxes, Ronaldo knew he didn't want to shine alone. Georgina, his longtime partner, has been by his side through everything and even started a family with him. So when he noticed her liking Cartier posts on Instagram, he found the perfect way to propose. He got her the most expensive engagement ring ever purchased by a footballer, worth $872,000. Georgina proudly showed it off online, and since then, Ronaldo's kept her spoiled. From 60K Patek Philippe watches to 50K diamond bracelets, and even a 140K Louis Vuitton jewelry trunk that's literally larger than their children. Altogether, her jewelry stash is worth about $4 million. Not bad for someone who once worked retail at Gucci. And when she's not sparkling, she's sailing, because Ronaldo also spent $12 million on a luxury yacht. In 2020, fresh off his second Serie A title, he splashed out on the 5-cabin, 6-bathroom floating palace. With a kitchen, bar, and more, it's basically a mansion at sea. When you're making nearly $2,000 an hour, why not live like royalty? That same philosophy explains his insane $30 million car collection. From the moment he turned pro in 2003, Ronaldo's been addicted to cars. Rolls-Royces, Lambos, Porsches, Bentleys, you name it, he's got it. For years, he's bought at least one new ride every single month. But sometimes his obsession gets him in trouble. Like in 2021 when he ditched training for an exclusive Ferrari event where he picked up a $2 million Monza SP1, a car so exclusive Ferrari has to personally approve the buyer. His teammates weren't impressed and nearly refused to play. Months later, after signing a $72 million contract, he blew another $600K on a Bentley Flying Spur and a Lamborghini Urus. His arrivals in those cars drew so much media attention that Manchester United's coach banned players from driving supercars. And that meant his garage jewel, a $19 million Bugatti 110, one of just 10 ever made, sat collecting dust. It looks like it could literally transform and fly, but at 236 mph it still wasn't enough for Ronaldo. So he took things to another level, buying a $60 million jet. After seeing Messi traveling in style, Ronaldo had to one-up him, dropping $32 million on a custom Gulfstream G650 with his CR7 branding. Packed with Wi-Fi, a dining area, ovens, and fridges, it's more than a plane. It's a flying mansion. And because one jet wasn't enough, he also picked up a $28 million Gulfstream G200 as a backup. That put him in a rare club with legends like Mayweather and Michael Jordan. But his craziest investments aren't in cars or jets, they're in hotels. After falling in love with a resort in San Sebastian, Ronaldo sketched out a plan for his own chain. Soon after, CR7 hotels opened in Lisbon, Funchal, New York, and Paris, each costing over $40 million. And if he spends that much on his fans' vacations, imagine his own homes. His very first mansion back in 2003 was 7,000 square feet with 6 bedrooms, a movie theater, gym, indoor pool, and jacuzzi, worth $4 million. But when he joined Real Madrid, he massively upgraded with a property featuring 2 pools, a basketball court, and even a football pitch in the backyard. Then in 2015, he splurged on US real estate, buying an $18 million apartment in a luxury New York tower with full skyline views. Not bad for someone making $100 million a year. But nothing tops what he did for his longtime agent, Jorge Mendes. When Mendes got engaged in 2015, Ronaldo could have just been his best man. Instead, he bought him an entire island worth $50 million. Yeah, you heard that right. Ronaldo gifted his agent a private island. Planes, Bugattis, yachts, hotels, none of them compare to that. And yet, the wildest part, those aren't even his biggest secrets. From challenges, to controversies, to speculations of switching sports, there's a lot about Ronaldo you've never heard. And trust me, you'll want to see it all. So click the next video right here.